Today marks day 71 of the war with Iran. And yesterday, Secretary of State Marco Rubio met with the Qatari Prime Minister, who has been acting as one of several intermediaries working behind the scenes to try to end this conflict. That meeting took place a day after the Prime Minister appears to have met with Vice President J.D. Vance in Washington. And I say appears because the only evidence that meeting took place is this picture and social media posts from the Qatari Ministry of Foreign Affairs. There's been no readout from the U.S. side, no social media posts, and the White House did not respond to MS Now when we tried to confirm if it even happened at all. All of this comes as President Trump continues to await Iran's response to his administration's one-page memorandum of understanding, a document outlining terms and timelines for new negotiations in an attempt to end the war. Rubio said Iran would respond by Friday, and Trump had even given Iran a Friday deadline to respond. Yesterday, in his only public remarks, Trump told a French TV station that he, quote, expects to hear very soon. Joining me now is MS Now contributor Inzamam Rashid in Dubai. Inzi, it's good to see you. Iranian media is now reporting that Iran's response to the U.S. proposal to end the war has been shared with Pakistan. What are you hearing?
Yeah, and we've got that confirmed now here on MS Now. My sources inside Tehran, senior foreign diplomatic sources linked with the negotiations have now confirmed that Iran has formally submitted their response to that US proposal to Pakistan. There's no indication yet whether Pakistan has sent that off to the US, but I imagine that would happen pretty quickly. My source also added that this is a positive step, but any ending is still a long way down the road. Mistrust needs to be seriously reduced and atmospherics need to be substantially improved. And I think he's alluding to both sides there, not just the US, but Iran as well. I think the big question, Antonia, is why has it taken so long for Iran to respond? I was being told on Thursday that they would have a response to the Pakistanis. That didn't come. As you mentioned, Secretary Marco Rubio had said that they were expecting a response on Friday, President Trump also, and they were hoping for a serious response from the Iranians. That didn't come then. All day yesterday, all eyes were on the Iranians. Nothing came from them yesterday, and now today we have finally seen a response. Also, what's inside that we can't be clear about, but I think Iran, if they've taken this much time, then I think they would have seriously considered some of the points that the US included in their proposal. So ending the war within the next 30 days, a gradual lifting of the Iranian blockade on the Strait of Hormuz, as well as the US blockade on the Strait of Hormuz, Iran's nuclear program. I'll be really interested to see whether they've actually responded to the specific details around whether they can carry on enriching uranium to create a nuclear bomb. That's been the red line from the US. It's the whole point the US and Israel got into this fight in the first place. And of course, lifting of the sanctions inside Iran so they can get their economy flowing once again. There was one particular point from the US proposal as well, is that if negotiations couldn't come to a conclusive ending within the 30 days of this agreement being approved, then the US and Israel would start their strikes on Iran once again and continue with the blockade in the Strait of Hormuz. So I'd be interested to see what Iran has responded to that. I just want to tell you what Iran's president has tweeted this morning as well. He said that we will never bow our heads before the enemy. And if talk of dialogue or negotiation arises, it does not mean surrender or retreat. Rather, the goal is to uphold the rights of the Iranian nation and to defend national interests with resolute strength. Remember, Antonia, these are guys who will not capitulate to US demands. They're hard-line. They've had years and years of learning how to negotiate, to not back down to anyone's demands, as it may be. So getting a deal over the line will be very difficult, but this is a positive step. They have responded. Let's look to the US now to see what their response is and whether the two sides could be meeting anytime soon to get an ending to this war.
Yeah, Inzi, I mean, hard line. Some of the reporting suggests maybe even harder line than before this war began, because in many ways, it seems the U.S. and Israel's actions have actually put some of the most hardline people in the center of power now, allowed them to consolidate control of the country. Thank you, as always, MS Now contributor Inzamam Rashid. You're reporting there from Dubai. You always do such a good job of